The Book of Adam and Eve, chapters 8 through 10. Chapter 8. Then Adam wept and said, O Most High, my power, when we dwelt in the garden, and our beasts were lifted up, we saw the angels that sang praises in heaven. But now we do not see as we were used to do. Nay, when we entered the cave, all creation became hidden from us. Then the Most High, the power of Israel, said to Adam, When thou wast under subjection to me, thou hadst a bright nature within thee, and for that reason couldst thou see things afar off. But after thy transgression, thy bright nature was withdrawn from thee, and it was not left to thee to see things afar off, but only near at hand, after the ability of the flesh, for it is brutish. When Adam and Eve had heard these words from the Most High Power of Israel, they went their way, praising and worshiping him with a sorrowful heart, and the Most High Power ceased to commune with them. The Book of Adam and Eve, chapter 9. Then Adam and Eve came out of the cave of treasures and drew near to the garden gate, and there they stood to look at it and wept for having come away from it. And Adam and Eve went from before the gate of the garden of the southern side of it, and found there the water that watered the garden from the root of the tree of life, and that parted itself from thence into 4 rivers over the earth. Then they came and drew near to that water, and looked at it, and saw that it was the water that came forth from under the root of the tree of life in the garden. And Adam wept and wailed, and smote upon his breast for being severed from the garden, and said to Eve, Why hast thou brought upon me, upon thyself, and upon our seed so many of these plagues and punishments? And Eve said unto him, What is it thou hast seen, to weep and to speak to me in the wise? And he said to Eve, Seest thou not this water that was with us in the garden, that watered the trees of the garden, and flowed out thence? And we, when we were in the garden, did not care about it, but since we came to this strange land, we love it, and turn it to use for our body. But when Eve heard these words from him, she wept, and from the soreness of her weeping, they fell into that water, and would have put an end to themselves in it, so as never again to return and behold the creation. For when they looked upon the work of creation, they felt they must put an end to themselves. Then the Most High Power of Israel, merciful and gracious, looked upon them thus, lying in the water and nigh unto death, and sent an angel who brought them out of the water, and laid them on the seashore as dead. Then the angel went up to the Most High Power of Israel, was welcome, and said, O Most High Power of Israel, thy creatures have breathed their last. Then the Most High Power sent his word unto Adam and Eve, who raised them from their death. And Adam said, after he was raised, O Most High, while we were in the garden, we did not require or care for this water, but since we came to this land, we cannot do without it. Then the Most High Power of Israel said to Adam, While thou was under my command, and was a bright angel, thou knewest not this water, but after that thou hast transgressed my commandment, thou canst not do without water, wherein to wash thy body and make it grow. For it is now like that of beasts, and is in want of water. When Adam and Eve heard these words from the Most High Power of Israel, they wept a bitter cry, and Adam entreated the Most High Power to let him return into the garden and look at it a second time. But the Most High said unto Adam, I have made thee a promise. When that promise is fulfilled, I will bring thee back into the garden, thee and thy righteous seed. And the Most High Power of Israel ceased to commune with Adam. Wow, that's crazy, y'all. So the actual craving, like, you know how we crave water? That actual, like, craving for water, it stems from Adam and Eve. As we read, Adam and Eve, before they got casted out the garden, they weren't even paying the water that flowed from beneath the tree of life no mind. They wasn't even paying it no mind because they didn't need it. But ever since they got casted out the garden, now they can't do without it. They can't do without water. You know what I'm saying? That's why us as humans, we cannot do without water. You know what I'm saying? We could do without food longer than water. All praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Just giving more confirmation in chapter number 10 that indeed Adam and Eve will be in that Garden of Eden again. But they have to wait, as it says, the last verse. But the Most High said unto Adam, I have made thee a promise. When that promise is fulfilled, I will bring thee back into the garden, thee and thy righteous seed. And the Most High power ceased to commune with Adam. When I hear things like that, when it says thou and thy righteous seed, hey, I qualify for that, you know what I'm saying? And I love gardening, so I always be putting two and two together, like, bruh, like you just don't understand. Cause like I think in the kingdom, it's not gonna be cliques, but it's gonna be people that relate to different people. Like it's gonna be some people that relate more to King David. It's gonna be some people that relate more to the disciples, more to the Son of Man, more to the archangels. Like it's gonna be somebody that relates, to the Most High power. Like everybody's gonna relate to somebody different, and I believe I would relate to Adam and Eve because I believe they were gardeners, you know what I'm saying? Because they had to tend to the garden. So I believe I would get all my ancient gardening skills from them because I already garden indoors. And to get those ancient knowledge, wisdom filled, you know what I'm saying, precepts and proverbs from Adam and Eve, bro. With that being said, all praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, Father, I am that I am, and his only begotten Son, the Son of Man, the Redeemer, the Messiah, and his precious Holy Spirit. Israel, keep your faith up and your head strong, and spiritual Jacob's trouble. Aman, shalom, so be it.